Afternoon world, Hippy Trev here. Beautiful day up here in paradise. It feels like summer's definitely on the way. So, rightio, so it's going to be another short video today. I haven't been doing long videos lately. It's been a pretty emotional week and we all know why, so I won't harbour on that too much. But the date's been set. Today's Thursday and Saturday, tomorrow Friday, and on Saturday we'll be heading down south, down to Midiamo, Victoria. And this is what I'll be travelling in, the boat. So today's video is going to be a short one about just quickly prepping the boat and getting it ready. Oh, my stickers, that should be taken off. $1 Million Fuckwit should be taken off. Red Rider stickers, got 2 of them and a few others there. So first of all, most important thing to do first, what would that be? I know all my water and oils are good. She's had a wheel alignment, she's had new tyres and new parts added. But before any trip, the most important thing to do, in my eyes, and now, is check to make sure you've got a decent spare, which I have, and it's pumped up. All my tyres are practically brand new and in mint condition. That doesn't mean things don't happen. So I'm going to put about 40 pound of pressure in this. See what we got first. Yeah, it's well down. It's been sitting in the back for quite a long time. Hadn't been pulled out, so yeah, she's definitely well down. But you can't not carry a spare. It's the wrong size as far as profile and size, but it is a spare tyre that will get me out of trouble if need be, so let's get it pumped up. Alright, there's about 40 pound of pressure in there. What is that? Oh, right here. Yeah, first job done. Alright, so 40, oh shit. So there's 40 PSI in the spare tyre, it's done. Also have a wheel brace jack, but I do need to throw in some jumper leads. I've got these very heavy duty jumper leads. Hopefully I can get them down small enough to actually get them in there, but these are very, very heavy duty. These will jump start. They'll actually jump start the dozer, so that's them in there. Also carrying spare starter motor. That's the one I bought ages ago off that bloke. So spare starter motor. Hopefully that won't be needed. There, might just. Oops. I'm going to grab a towel and wrap that in a towel. So I'm just going to wrap this up in this blue towel, which also will insert as a rag if needed. Rightio, spare starter motor. Hopefully, that will not be needed. That's about all needs to go into there at this stage. Also have wheel brace and a shitty wind-up jack, but I've got a small trolley jack that I'm going to take with me. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit under there, so it'll have to go underneath the on the floor in the back. Rightio, that's that part done. Oh shit, actually no, it's not. One more bit to go in. Right, that can just go there. I'm going to carry also some rubber tubing as far as the heater hose, and I probably should grab a spare top and bottom radiator hose, but they're in pretty good nick, so I don't believe they'll need to be carried. And I'm pretty sure they're the sort of ones I can buy on the road anyway. I do have full RACQ, So if anything severely goes wrong, I've got complete coverage. I will be taking a fully equipped toolbox with me, which I'm going to load in right now. Right, one fully equipped toolbox is now loaded. Spare oil and coolant. There's a nice little hidey hole down in there for them. Hopefully they won't be needing. I don't normally believe in coolant, but I've got it, so I'm going to take it. So they can go down in there. On the other side, also carrying spare fan belt and spare air filter. Down on the ground here. So down on the ground. I won't be sleeping. I'm setting the bed up in the back because I don't know what accommodation is going to be like down at Midi when I get there in my little caravan that I normally camp in. I'm pretty sure that's going to be taken up. And there is no real accommodation in Midi unless you go quite a few k's out to Echuca or somewhere like that. But on the way down, I will be videoing the trip down. Extension cord and power board when I hit the motels. But not only that, another 3 items I'll be bringing, which I feel are fairly essential. So the 3 items I'll be taking with me as well. 1 test lamp, highly important. 2, a very good quality multimeter. And 3, I'll be taking a battery charger as well. And I might be able to just put them all in this. And I might be able to just put them all in this box here and keep them separate as my electrical tool connection kit. So that's where they can go. They can now live in there. Right, that's them. I'll be also carrying this small trolley jack just in case the need arises. And that's going to live down behind my seat, behind the driver's seat. 1 small trolley jack right there. So that's pretty much that so far. Okay, so now I'll also be chucking my boots down in there. I always drive in bare feet, so I'll be throwing my boots in there in case I need them in a quick access. Now here's another thing. This is my gear suck bag, which I normally carry on the bike. So that'll be carrying things like, I've got side pockets so I can carry things like my Zippo fluid, broken lighters for flints, sorry, and other odds and ends I can go in there. I'll also be carrying 1 litre of, no actually I'll be carrying 500ml of transmission fluid. This can also go down near the trolley jack underneath where I don't have to have access to it. So they'll be full of clothes, the laptop will travel in there and a few other things. So the next thing I want to do is I want to set up my bed. Like I said, when I get down to Midi, I don't think there's any accommodation. So when I'm down, I'm sleeping motels all the way down. Hopefully it's only 2 nights, so I'd rather just have a motel where I can set up, do my editing and everything. Right, let's put the seat down. There we go. I have a purposely cut mattress. So I have this perfectly cut foam mattress. We've cut out for the wheel arches. Let's get that in. And it's a really good fit. So, as I was saying, I'll be motelling it on the way down, but once I get down to Prairie, once I get down to Midi, I'm sure that caravan will be taken, so I'll be sleeping in the van. If the caravan's taken, there'll be no filming, or, well, I don't really plan on filming once I get there. Basically the last video I'll probably put up is the day before I land in Midi, and from there on until basically the first day out of Midi, when I'm my first motel run on the way home, will probably be the next video I'll put up. The rest of that time's going to be my time to share with Bernie, kids, family, and whoever else shows up. But when I get down to Midi, I'll be sleeping in the back of the boat, so I need to get the bed made. I won't show you that, but I'm going to get the bed made and get it all ready and set up. So I'll get back to you in a minute. Right, well, so that's the bed pretty much made. Just got to throw my doona in, ready to go on that. So that's the bed pretty much made. And it's a good comfy sleep in there. I've had a few people ask me why am I not taking the zippy van down, which would be one, please excuse the lawnmower over the road, old Merv's mowing. I just did 11,000 Ks in this van. I know it's reliable. It's probably got more chance of making that trip down and back than the boat is. And it's definitely decked out to be a camper, which is still up for sale if anyone's interested, so brand new motor in it. But quite a few people have asked me why I'm not taking Zippy down. I did 11,000 Ks in that thing to Perth and back, and I'm over it. I got in the other day and drove, and it's just so claustrophobic in there. And two, more than anything, it's to do with Pete. We had all these cars growing up. He had a purple HT panel van, which he absolutely loved to death. And we grew up in these cars. So it's sort of it's more of a mark of respect for Pete. If I had the energy and I could rely on the weather, I'd be riding my bike down. But I'm not riding the bike down. I'm not up to that sort of travel. I mean, I'm not long got back from Perth, and that trip knocked the shit out of me. I wasn't really looking forward to the next road trip down to Vic, which I knew was coming. When I left Pete in May, I knew that was the last time I'd see my brother alive. And so this trip down, I'm going to do it in style. I'm not going to rush, get off the road about 2-3 in the afternoon, just sit on me 60-65 miles an hour and just hope the old girl makes it quite easily. So that's the plan. I know it's a sad reason why I'm going down, but I'm not going to make this a sad drive, and I'm not going to dwell on the fact of why I'm travelling down and what the reason's about. It's just it is a road trip, and I do like to share my road trips. I've been doing it for the last 3 odd years. Since I sort of got into doing YouTubes, I've filmed every trip down and back, and every trip I went down to see Pete, we never knew if he was going to make them next Christmas, which he did. He made last Christmas, and he also made his birthday this year. So I'm not going to make it a sad trip down. I'm just going to do the trip, video it, and try and make it enjoyable for everyone as I can. Hopefully there's no breakdowns, but I'm sure we'll have some dramas along the way. There's certainly some pretty rough country out there, especially when you start leaving Dalby and heading out towards Mooney and down to Gundawindi. There's some pretty rough country down there, which is certainly going to take its toll on the boat. And then there was all the roadworks from just out of Gundy all the way down to Narrabri, which is like nearly 150 plus Ks at 40 K an hour. So yeah, not really looking forward to that trip either. As far as expense on the fuel, don't give a fuck. It is what it is. I know it's going to cost me more than the Zippy van ever would, but you know what? I just don't give a fuck. I'm taking the boat. And the only real concern is, will she make it or not? So, and plus it's just way more comfortable. I got way more leg room. Sit back and relax. The radio's in there, so it doesn't work, so there's no music in the car, so I'll be travelling without any music at all. But I do have my CB radio, which is working, and I've got another one coming. This one's only holding on by a thread, but it does actually work, which means I can stay in contact with truckies coming up and behind me or around me and things like that. So if I'm slower than them, I can actually just message them up and say, look guy, I can't travel any faster. I did that in the EK. When I went down, shit, they were, fuck, God, well, I've had the bike, I've had the boat 7 years, so that trip down to Victoria, my little pink EK that I had was, yeah, that was like 7 years ago. Holy shit! I only filmed that with a small camera. I didn't even have a YouTube channel back then. But if you go back to the very start of my videos, there are some very short videos of that EK and doing the run to Victoria and back. So, got my CB, got my scanner, which may or may not be useful, because unless you know the exact code you need, you won't really hear anything. And other than that, it's just a nice big comfy car to travel in. I was hoping I was going to have someone travel with me. I had someone that said they were going to come and they were going to fly in and travel down to Vic with me, another friend of Pete's, who they met through me. And anyway, that didn't happen to be. I actually put on a Rideshare Australia page and asking if anyone wanted to travel down, but I've had no response for that. So I guess some trips you just have to do on your own. That's just the way it is. So got the USB port set up, which is also handy for registering my alternator to make sure I haven't lost alternator current. But that'll come in very useful for charging the GoPro batteries while I'm traveling, and also keep my phone fully charged up. So, and it's a twin USB port. War tie, I have to thank you very much for putting that onto me. I have one on the bike as well, and I wouldn't be without it in any vehicle. So instead of using the old cigarette adapter that we used to do and plug everything into the cigarette lighter, that's hardwired to the battery, and that'll keep me constantly monitored on alternator charge, and also safely charged GoPro and phone. So that's another one there. So got me a little trip meter there. And what that does is every time I fill up, I read the last 3 digits, click into those last 3 digits, and I can just look at that and then look at my odometer and see exactly how many miles I've travelled. Because we never trust fuel gauges. I know I get around 300 miles to a tank, which I think is close to 500k. And anywhere after like 250 plus miles, I'll be definitely looking for a servo, or if I think I can't make the next servo, I'll pull up. But at least I've got some sort of idea. Who can remember the last 3 digits they put in, or who can remember looking at their odometer the last time they filled up and remembered exactly what that said. So, and that was made up. I just made that up out of I had a whole heap of reel-to-reel pliers I picked up out of this joint here in town, and checked them all out, and they turned to be rubbish. So I end up pulling out one of the tape rollers, and all it does is just measures my last 3 digits on the speedo or on the odometer, and that keeps me in track of exactly how many kilometres, and that keeps me in track of exactly how many miles I've travelled, and it's way more accurate than a fuel gauge. So anyway, well, so the boat's pretty much prepped. Yeah, that's me Ted bandana from his funeral 8 years ago, and I actually met Ted through Pete many years ago. So rightio world, so like I said, just a short video on this one. Just getting the boat prepped up and ready to go. The gear sack bag, I'm going to start loading that up. I'll throw my doona in later. Then I've got a couple of other small bags and just accessories to take. Also got to throw in a couple of funnels. From there, I'll chuck in a funnel for the engine, and the small red one there. I'm just going to chuck it in case I need to add transmission fluid, which I'll be taking a small container of transmission fluid with me as well. So, righto, well, I said another beautiful day up here in Paradise. I think the weather is it's another beautiful day up here in Paradise. I think the weather is starting to pick up down south, so I won't be freezing quite as much as I probably won't be freezing my box off like I would have been a couple of weeks ago. The weather's picking up here, and I have heard the weather is picking up down Vic, so I guess that's something. And I'm also getting down before the heat of summer kicks in, which makes these old girls run pretty hot as well. So I've done everything under the bonnet I can do. Brand new front tyres, brand new front tyres, wheel alignment, pretty good tyres on the back as well, and everything else checks out fine. Just hope I don't need another cam on the way down, and maybe even if it does need a cam, I'll just keep going anyway. I don't really know, so we'll see what happens there. So anyway, worlds, launch date is Saturday, 2 days from now. Well, actually 1 day from now is launch date. And then about 2.5 to 3 days to get down to Victoria. Pete's funeral is on the 28th of this month on Wednesday in Eagle Hawk, if anyone wants to know that. So Eagle Hawk, I don't know the exact time of it, but it will be in Eagle Hawk on the 28th, which is Wednesday. And I hope to see a lot of his good mates there, and I think it'll be a fairly large gathering for all of us. So, like I said, I'm not going to harp on why the trip's going down. I'm just going to try and make it a nice trip down, try and enjoy myself as best I can. I know that sounds all wrong considering, but I am literally going to try and enjoy myself on the way down, and just try and enjoy the drive down and back, and just take care of the boat, and hopefully I'll make it. So anyway, worlds, stay safe, keep your knees in the breeze, and we'll catch you later. Bye.